Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Grizzled Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbrand. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Grizzled Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So, come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Grizzled Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, sorry, we aren't accepting new patients. Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. lifesjourneyct.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street here in Jewett City, lifesjourneyct.com.
Hi, this is Lisa Griffin of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Well, some banks offer checking account rewards, and some banks rebate ATM withdrawal fees. At Eastern, we say, why choose? Check out our Kasasa checking accounts and find out how you can get both. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com, call us at 860-889-7381, or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank with offices in Norwich, Jewett City, and Plainfield. Member FDIC. Do you, Kasasa?
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
All right, so we got a little bit of a different look. Gotta move that microphone, spin it 180 degrees.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Which way?
Or the other way. Yep, perfect. Just like, well, that's fine.
That's good.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So Bestie has her own camera over there.
No,
Hey,
no, you
it's-
can't say that.
Can't say that.
Are we not here?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't realize you went on.
So I'm outnumbered, as always.
It's fine.
Whatever.
Whether you're outnumbered here or online.
Everywhere.
It's usually, yeah.
Everywhere
Just
I'm
the way it
outnumbered.
is. Get over it.
See, I don't know. We were talking, I don't know if I like this setup.
I like it, but it's weird that I don't know. I'm just not used to it.
I mean, all I can think of, doing this setup right here is, just sitting here going, today on our show will be somebody from that bakery from Seasons Eatings.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Nick Schweddy. You don't know who Nick
No.
Schweddy? You never did the Saturday Night Live skit?
Not really.
Nick Schweddy. He has a bakery. And then he comes on, he goes, it's Alec Baldwin.
Oh,
And he
geez.
goes, good morning, ladies. We have wonderful, delicious things at Seasons Eatings.
Seasons Eatings.
Yeah. His name is Nick Schweddy,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has these chocolate round things.
I was
There's
just going to say sweaty balls, right? hmm Yep.
people love my Schweddy ball.
See-
They had a Ben and Jerry's ice cream named after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I hear sweaty balls, you know what I think of? And this goes to show
No,
where
I do not want to know.
No, South Park. South Park had an episode where Chef was talking about, because he would
Chocolate salty balls. Yeah.
chocolate salty balls. Yeah.
Yeah. See, even
That's what comes to
Victoria,
mind.
she's on board. Sweaty balls. But see, then they went on the whole kick. It's like, and then one of the girls just goes, balls. It just went evil from there. So
I mean, where else is it gonna go?
I know.
I mean, you can't really recover from that.
I know.
You kind of just have to run with it.
You've got to look it up.
Yeah,
you've got to look it up.
I will. And I may have seen it at some point, but
it's awful. Well, it's not awful. It's
In a
funny
good
as
way,
hell.
yeah.
It's funny as hell.
Mhm.
So what's up, Megan? How are you over there?
Tired.
You're so tired. Well, you've been playing Hank's trivia all night?
I actually didn't play Hank's Trivia last night. I was watching The Amazing World of Gumball.
What?
Amazing World of Gumball. Is that a series, a movie? What
It's
is-
like it was a
documentary?
cartoon on Cartoon Network
Oh.
when I was younger, and now it's become my bedtime show. But I didn't realize how funny it actually was. So I've just been watching that before bed.
So Megan comes over last night with Logan, and they turned us on to this new game called Hank's 101 Trivia.
Is it an actual trivia?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Tom Hanks.
I'm not good with trivia though.
Huh?
Not good with trivia. Like,
It's not bad.
no,
It's not.
I'm just
bad
not good
at
with
all.
you ever go to trivia nights at like?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not good.
Yeah,
at
and I
it.
carry, so
Really? Yeah. See, not good with that stuff.
Let's see. Where is the
how many times did I save Mike's ass in trivia?
times? So did your mother. So yeah, it's not hard. The questions are fairly easy.
Okay. Oh,
That's so loud.
Yeah, but I want to just give you an idea.
is it? Oh, so it's like an app you can do?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's in
part
the
of-
Apple Arcade. So if you don't have an Apple Arcade subscription,
I don't have Apple. I'm a Droid girl.
All right. What is 1,000 minus 970? 30. Right? Oh, look at that. We're right. We're moving on. 180. Oh, moving and grooving.
This isn't trivia though.
5 dimes, 50 and 60. There you go. That's Tom Hanks right there. Thanks, Tom. How many seconds in 6 minutes? 360. Who's your daddy?
Oh my god.
55. Oh, we're moving and grooving with the math questions. Sorry, you guys can't see it all, but it's Hank's 101 trivia, and that was just math.
there's 15 topics or something like that.
Tom said, "Way to go!" Thanks, Tom.
Huh, okay.
All right. So anyway,
That's different.
it is a lot of fun.
You
It
can
is a lot
play
of fun.
online against people, or you can play the standard 101 version. You have to answer 101 questions. Daily trivia, you do as many as you can in a minute. Mastery mode, you just drill the topics.
Hmm.
I
That's
love
pretty
it.
cool.
Scott says, "Sounds riveting." Well, it is riveting, Scott, because one of the questions
It is.
One of the questions was, what is the best sports podcast in the world? And one of the options was B3 Media, so, B3 Baseball. So you must have had something to do with that, I'm thinking. That's why it's riveting.
He's the master of marketing right there.
B3. He's got nothing to say about that. Well, I'm sure he will, though.
He's typing.
Yeah. All right. So the theme of today is
We have one?
yeah,
Wow.
kind of, sort of.
Well, that's different.
Elections are not far away. Not really.
Not so much. Well, I mean, we have borough elections coming up in May, and then regular elections are in November.
Right.
So yeah, we got some stuff coming up,
oh,
I guess.
look, Rich says good morning, and he's still awake.
Oh, you're still awake. Nice.
How'd that happen?
Working on was it 28-hour shift?
It's crazy.
28 hour with was it 28 hours? I think with a 4-hour break, a 28-hour shift with a 4-hour break.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good times.
Well, just be awake on the way home, Rich.
Retirement can't come soon enough.
Is there an election con if up? What? Is there an election con if up? He's sleepy. I have no idea what he's talking about.
No, you know what? He never proofreads anything before he sends it, and he's got fat fingers, so he types stuff, and then I'm always like trying to decipher his stuff. Is
Coming up.
coming up? Yep.
Well,
okay.
he wasn't too wrong.
Yeah. he thinks he's funny. He knows there's elections coming up.
So we got the borough elections, and I don't know what's going to change.
So
Like, you're not going to change because you're the only Republican on the ticket.
Yeah.
So that's the borough of Jewett City.
yeah. So the other Burgesses could potentially change. Depending on the vote. I don't remember. I think it's the same Burgesses that are on, and then that are on now that are running again.
And then Jen Gauthier
And
is
then Jen
running
Gauthier.
on the Democratic side. So
Correct.
there are how many Democratic Burgesses? So there's one warden and 4 Burgesses, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're the only Republican. So because
Mhm.
you have to represent, right?
Yep.
So someone's got
There's
to
got to be a
represent.
minority. Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
So you've got Lori Sorter, who's a senior Burgess, Jim
Mhm.
Kruger, and Laura Laidley.
Mhm.
And then there's Jen Gauthier.
Yep.
Running in there. So
Yep.
so only 3 are going to make it. So the top 3 vote getters are going to get in.
Right.
So someone's getting Das Boot.
Potentially.
No, not potentially. Somebody.
No, I mean, somebody
oh.
might not be. I mean,
Well, that's right. If
if the same 3 get the most votes, then
Okay.
nobody gets booted. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. In
Gotcha.
May. Yep.
So
They've all been really good to work with. I've worked with Jen a little bit here and there, not really worked with her, but, have
Mhm.
been with her in meetings and things like that. And I think they're all great candidates. So
Megan, you have any election reports over there?
I don't live in Jewett City.
There we go. See, there it is. Probably the safest answer.
I don't even live in New London County.
Oh.
I got nothing.
She commutes in from the city.
That's not true. I
From
commute
the
in
city.
from Brooklyn, the farm town,
Is that Tolland County?
Wyndham.
Wyndham County?
That's Wyndham County.
Hmm.
All right. So that's and nobody else is running, right? As far as
Not that I know of.
so the only
And I don't think anyone's running for warden other than
No.
Tim that I'm aware of.
I don't think anybody would beat him anyway.
I-
Think
Who
about it,
does-
really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anybody who would. I mean, first of all, in order to even run for warden or Burgess, you have to be a resident of Jewett City, of the actual borough.
Mhm.
So that limits, the people who are
Right.
available anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, Tim's been doing it for a very long time now. I think he does a good job.
Well, he was a Burgess for quite some time.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, and he's been here forever. I think he grew up here, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's what I call a townie.
Him and I
Um,
went to school together.
really, yeah. So yeah, so that's who's running, and that election is in May.
Right. And they also wasn't there there was a vote at one of the borough meetings to actually move bless you
Bless you.
move the borough elections to November.
Yeah,
But
there
that
was
got
there was
squashed.
there was a possibility, or statute or whatever allowed us to make that change if we wanted to, but I don't remember all the particulars now. That was several months ago that we did that. But yeah, we kept it as is.
So Val Pudva, Lori says, has decided to retire as clerk, and Karen
right.
Langlois is running for that position.
Okay, cool, good to know.
Okay.
Yeah, Val's she's done.
Yep.
She's decided not to keep going, so we're gonna miss her. She does a good job.
So when somebody gets like yelled at or something like that, we can't say you've been pudvid anymore, right?
No?
Or no,
Well,
actually we could.
I mean, I guess you could still use it, right?
You've been pudvid. Yeah.
You could still use it. Why not?
But I'm a good legislator. Okay. So there's that.
Mhm.
So there's really not a lot to cover as far as
For boroughs, no.
The flagship for Griswold High School
That's-
Sport.
yeah,
For the borough, that's it.
there's really not. What about Plainfield?
I don't know anything.
I
about
don't know
Plainfield.
anybody that's running up against Kevin Cunningham. I don't know if anybody would.
I don't know. I mean, they would have
Bestie,
to.
you're out.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, see
gotta
Bestie.
go make that money.
There she goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, somebody did run up against him in the last election, right? I think somebody did run
They
against
did,
him.
but I couldn't tell you who. I can't
I
remember.
don't remember the name. I want to say it was a woman. I can't remember the name. But yeah, I mean, he's been there a while. He's, from what
He's
I
had a
can
couple of
tell,
terms, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's been successful. He's brought, there's been economic development in Plainfield. Actually, there was just an article in the paper. I didn't read the whole article, I just saw the headline, but an article in the paper about, the economic development there, and the grand list has grown, and, all of that. So, he's certainly, seems to be doing well.
Victoria says, I don't think Kevin's time is up, but it is.
Think he's done. He's
So-
going to make the decision to be done.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to ask him.
He seems to be doing a pretty good job. I mean, I don't follow Plainfield all that much, but I haven't seen any indication that he's done.
No.
The same thing with, I think, Lisbon with Sparkman.
Oh, Sparkman's going to
He's-
hold on
he's
to that
been
job
there
as long as Tom
forever.
wants it.
Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody even run against him?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. But I think they're placeholders for the most part. But
Mm. I mean, he's been doing that for
13 terms?
something. I want to say
Yeah.
25 years, 26 years.
So much for
something.
term limits, huh, Tom? Huh? Give somebody else a chance. No, they'll screw it up.
You haven't had them in a while.
I haven't.
Either
No,
one of them.
I've talked to Tom.
Yeah.
I've talked to him a little bit here and there.
I should get them in.
But as far as like Lisbon news, it's like, there was a heavy wind the other day.
Mhm. There haven't been any trucks crashing into the train bridge
Nope,
lately.
and that means everything's status quo in Lisbon.
Right. Or that means now that it's going to happen because I just jinxed it.
I think there's a Cumberland. They're finally going to put a Cumberland Farms in.
That would be nice,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
not
don't see that happening.
It's not
It
happening.
would be nice.
Every time Tom would come in here, I'd say, "So when's Cumberland Farms coming?" He would say,
Yeah. Well, once the new fire station's built, they'll have some room there where the old fire station is, right?
Huh?
When the new fire station's built, they'll have room where the old one is.
Yes,
That could fit a Cumbies.
it could. It could.
That
Right up
would
on
be
169 there.
awesome. Yeah, and that's a good spot for it because there's no other little stores or gas stations or anything in that area at all. I mean, you have to drive in onto Route 12 or go into Norwich to get gas or anything from that area.
Scott says this is an election year for the town as well, correct? Yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
every 2 years, 2-year cycle.
Yep.
So next 2 years from now, it'll be the government. Like for example, it'll be presidential. It runs on off cycle. So I just asked Kevin Cunningham, "Are you running again this year?" And he says, "My time in the mile is awful, and I can't sprint like I used to." So there you
What does that mean?
go. I just asked him if he was running.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Okay, it's too early for me to catch that. Okay, got it.
Let's do this. Will you be seeking re-election?
That's a little more direct.
It's a little more direct. There we go.
Yeah,
Rich says, "Shh, you jinxed it," as far as Cumberland Farms.
I know.
And Scott says, Cumberland Farms is the
Buc-ee's,
Buckets.
the Buc-ee's of New England. I want to go to one of those.
What
Have
was
you
that?
seen those TikToks?
No.
Buc-ee's is big, I guess, in Texas and maybe even some other southern states, but it's a rest stop, like a truck stop,
Okay.
but on steroids. Like it's like the size of a Walmart, and it's got like 100 gas pumps or diesel pumps. I mean, it's huge, and people,
Yes.
it's a destination. People go there. You can get Buc-ee's swag. They have, from what I understand, they have pretty good food. But people actually go there. It's a destination.
So I just asked Kevin Cunningham, will you be seeking re-election? You heard me
Mhm.
speak that text. He said, why? Is it lost? I thought when you said Buc-ee's, I thought it was actually a typo for success.
No, it's
I thought it was
Buc-ee's is an actual.
Oh.
You gotta TikTok that. You gotta look that up. It's crazy.
Okay.
Wawa is Buc-ee's. Yeah, yep, better than Buc-ee's. I've never been to a Wawa either.
Actually, I don't think I'm talking to Kevin Cunningham. I'm talking to his alter ego, Surge
Surge.
Protector. It's his alter ego.
Oh, Surge
Yeah.
Protector. Over 200 gas pumps. That's insane. But that's what I've heard. They're just massive. We need to get one of
Florence,
those
Italy?
up here. No,
Florence? It says we went in Florence.
well, I'm guessing it's a southern thing, so I'm guessing Texas or somewhere down there. Maybe we could bring a Buc-ee's to Griswold. Let's bring a Buc-ee's to
I don't know,
Griswold.
we could
That
see.
would be.
You know what'll happen? No, I don't want it in my backyard.
I know.
No, I want my taxes lower, but I don't want crap coming in.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool though to have something like that. It'd be the first one up in this region.
Oh, yeah.
They were looking at putting in a truck stop up here, but
Yeah,
I
what
guess
happened to
the
that?
land.
They're looking at putting a lot of stuff in.
Yeah,
they're
well-
looking to do a lot of stuff, but they ain't doing anything.
My understanding is that the company or whatever that was looking to do the truck stop came in and felt that the land, there wasn't enough land for it. It wouldn't have been, it wasn't big enough to accommodate what they wanted to do. That's my understanding.
Let's see. Victoria says they had diesel, ethanol, free gas, plus 3 grades of regular gas.
South
Florence,
Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yep.
So I'm assuming with the Kevin doing an Irish jig around my questions that he'll be running.
Who knows? Bring
Who
them in.
knows? Who knows? He ain't got time for us. Maybe Sergil.
Can't help but ask.
No, that's true. So what about Griswold?
What about it? There's nothing going on. No. What about it?
Well, okay, so we have the incumbent.
For first.
Oh,
selectman?
Kevin's there. He goes, and I am Irish. So we have the incumbent, Dana Bennett.
Yep.
And who's going to run against Dana? Do we know?
I haven't.
Is there
heard
any
anything.
word in the bucket?
I haven't
Any name in the
heard-
bucket?
I haven't heard anything, and I've been asking around, but I haven't heard if anyone will be running against her. No names have been disclosed that I'm aware of.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a Republican primary.
I don't know. I haven't heard that either. I haven't heard of any.
I wonder if there's going to be a Republican that's going to challenge her.
I haven't heard that happening yet.
It's happened.
I'm sure
It's
it
happened
has.
before,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
sure
so-
it has. I haven't heard of that happening. I haven't heard of anybody who's interested in doing that. But I mean, it's not till November. We have time for people to, decide if that's something they're interested in.
So I can report on one person that is not running, and this is a decisive final answer on the Democratic ticket.
Okay,
Cortland Kinney
is not running.
is not running
Well,
for
he's-
first selectman.
He's got the farm and everything. I know that takes up a lot of his time. So
Well, I'd heard his name tossed around a little bit,
Mhm.
and so I said,
have
you know
two.
what? Huh?
I have two.
So I said, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna call him. So I did.
And be
Actually, I
nosy.
texted him, and he said, "Can I call you?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So I talked to him last night for about a good half hour or so,
Mhm.
and he did say, that it was an opportunity, and there's probably no better opportunity than now than to run for the first selectman spot.
Mhm.
He said, but because of what he's got going on,
Mhm.
it's
Just not good timing for
not
him.
not good timing for him. So
Well, it's
So-
not going anywhere. I mean, if he's interested in a couple years, he can do it then.
Cortland Kinney is not running for first selectman.
I haven't heard of anybody else's name even being talked about.
I've heard the name Tom Giard from a few people.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yep, he's the president and Burgermeister Meisterburger of the EDC.
Okay.
That's the only other person I know.
I know I've heard people asking if Todd will be running again, but I haven't heard either way.
See, that's another name that I heard and I've asked a lot of questions about. And the only thing I can get, and this is not from Todd, because I have not talked to Todd directly about this,
Mhm.
is no. I heard he may continue to be to run for on the board,
Okay.
but not
Not for first.
for first.
Yeah, I haven't heard either way.
I don't know about you, but I think this 3-person board is a bunch of crap.
I don't know.
I think it's just crap.
what would you prefer?
5 or 7. Absolutely 5 or 7. I'll tell you why. Because you know what happens right now. It's like you have 2 Democrats and a Republican, or 2 Republicans and a Democrat, right?
Yeah.
You got, like, right now, you have a Republican, then you got a second, and of course, saying yes to everything. So guess what? There's not even a shot for a Democrat to go ahead and actually put anything in. Now, I'm a Republican, so
and it
don't
would
come
hap-
at me and say, well, he's a Democrat, because it doesn't matter what I am.
But I mean,
or
that
anything,
happened
but-
before when there were 2 Democrats and a Republican. I mean, that's the whole point.
That
of having
happened
them-
too.
Right.
But but what I think, this is just me, is I think they should go to 5
Okay.
or even 7. And I think there needs to be also, I think the borough warden needs to be a member of the first selectman, whoever the borough warden is. And that's if they went to 7. I think there should be a
So
borough warden on there.
when all the talks were happening about the merger, right?
Yep.
I think that was part of the plan. If the merger had continued or had actually moved forward, the plan, I believe, was to take the Board of Burgesses for the town, for the Jewett City, and combine them with the Board of Selectmen. So there would have been basically what you're describing had that happened. Is that Peaches?
It's Peaches, yeah.
He's like on a routine. He's out like every morning, the same time he's out there. But I
Go
think
ahead.
that's what would have happened if the merger had gone on as was planned. That was the plan's my understanding, that it would have become what you're describing.
So Scott Davis just said, and this was actually my plan B, or where I would go, is perhaps it's time to move towards a change, hire a town manager, and have an elected town council.
Yeah, that's an option too. Absolutely.
I think this board of 3 is just, it's too closed off.
Mm.
It's too cliquey depending on what party you're in, which to me, not fair.
Well, welcome to politics.
I know, but you know what?
Unfortunately.
There's politics, and then there's small town politics.
I know.
You know,
in a town like this size, that it really shouldn't be. Yeah, I know.
there should be. I mean, we're not Washington D.C.
No,
We're not.
no.
The Capitol building. We're not any of that. We're a little freaking Griswold.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to do the right thing. To keep our, our taxes. Amicably low.
Realistically, I mean,
realistically low, but
Yeah.
we also want businesses to come in,
well, some people do.
and some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think we need more.
Yeah.
And I think you also get more ideas.
I don't think it would hurt. I certainly don't think
No.
it would hurt to have more people, or as Scott mentions, the a town council with a manager. I mean, I don't see the downside to that.
Mm.
I don't know what it would take to make that change and implement that, but
Total charter change.
Yeah. Yep. Although I've looked for the charter for the town, and was it the town I couldn't find? I have the borough charter, but I don't know if I've ever found the actual town charter. But yeah, I mean, that would definitely be a big change.
Do you think we should have a 5-person board or a 7-person board? Now take into consideration the Board of Selectmen is the smallest board that we have.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Running the entire town, and they're the smallest board.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We have
I
boards
know.
of 5, 7,
The borough has 5
as 5.
for 1
Exactly.
square mile. Yeah.
And 7 years ago, Kevin Skolchek attempted to go ahead and move the Board of Selectmen up from 3 to 5.
Okay.
And on the same ticket was a question of yes or no, should we basically lower the selectmen's salaries, meaning 2nd and 3rd,
Okay.
which they did,
Okay.
but the board got doused.
Really?
Yeah, they said take the money take the money away from the selectmen, but you know what?
Oh, gotcha. Right. Because
We're gonna stay with just 3.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I can see that. Things, and you have to pay for them. That would increase the budget potentially at least a little bit. And yeah.
So Victoria says, I think it would be hard to find 7 people to serve on the board. I don't know. I think it'd be difficult to find 7 people to serve on. Oh, I don't know. Assessment appeals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pond weed control.
Pond
yeah.
weed control. You know, I mean, how many people do you need for that?
Yeah,
You even
no.
need it to begin with.
Well,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
you do, but
if you think about it right now, between the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Burgesses, there's 8 people.
Yeah.
You know, so I my guess is that if it were to expand at some point, the Board of Selectmen, then it would most likely be the same people that are in, you know, that are either on the boards now or on other boards. It's always the same people in all these boards. So
But-
I'm sure it would be some combination.
but
of
also
those.
being on the board of selectmen is a little more bougie than the other boards, is it not?
I mean, if you're trying to get on the Board of Selectmen for Griswold because you're bougie, I think you might need to go back and reevaluate what you got going on, what your life goals are.
No. But think about it, really. I think people would more sign up or, you know, to run for first or selectmen than they would, say, a board assessment appeals or pond weed or
I don't
puddle
know.
committee. I don't know.
Puddle committee.
Sorry, we're here to stop puddles.
Yeah.
Like, all right, blight. All right.
Yeah.
So, like, how long is your blight? Who's your blight officer?
We actually have one that just
I know.
started. For the town, though. I don't think it's necessarily for the borough.
No, for the borough. The borough has a blight officer. Is it
Mm,
Laura?
It was somebody that would just started. I want to say like a month or 2 ago. We just had somebody start
For the town.
blight enforcement.
I'm talking about the borough.
I don't know.
There's blight, and then there's nuisance.
Yeah, I'm the nuisance person.
Yeah, there you go. Figures. And then there's fire and police.
Yep.
So
Fire. Yep. Fire, police. Oh,
Laura, it's got to be Laura.
no, Laura's fire. Jim is or yeah, I think Jim is
Blight?
essentially blight, but it's usually it's not really enforcement though. It's just kind of reporting on it.
That's what I mean.
Like, yeah, I mean, there's really, I wouldn't say enforcement, but I think that's what the new blight enforcement person does is they cover the whole town, including the borough.
Potholes. It's the new blight. Pam Badalano says we need to start seriously vetting all of the candidates to make sure they are qualified to do the job. That should be the first priority. Party affiliation means nothing if they are not qualified. True.
Yeah, I agree with every any position like that. I mean, I think there should be some sort of minimum qualifications, whether it's first selectman, third selectman, board committee person, whatever. I think there should be some sort of qualification.
Tim says pothole committee.
Yeah,
I say pot roast.
pot
committee.
roast committee. Yeah, I'd sign up for that one.
I would too.
Mhm.
All day. Could we meet every day?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Victoria says, I'm the nuisance. Well,
I'd like to say I'm shocked, but
that she's the nuisance.
I'm sure she's on the agenda every month. Like, any word on nuisance? And like,
Just me again.
just Victoria. It's still just her.
They'll be like, well, we're going to take care of that. No,
No.
she lives far enough off the road. Nobody gives a crap. Except for the drone that keeps flying over her.
Oh, so creepy.
It is creepy. If a drone was flying over my house, I'd be like, hi.
I'd probably moon it.
How are you? Yeah, I would do that
Mhm.
too. I would do that too.
Mhm.
Be like, you want something exciting? Here you go. Explain that to your kids, idiot. Hey, let's fly the drone. Let's see what we can find.
Next thing you know, it's pulled up on Grizzled now.
God. So be it.
It's got more likes and comments than any other post on there.
Hey, here's my drone. Here's Mike's ass. Wide angle. Yeah. And then there's serious things, and they're like, fundraisers, but Mike's ass gets all these laughing emojis. People like a train wreck, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, they like a train wreck.
Very true.
Griswold backwards. Oh, Scott Fryer. Scott Fryer on the move.
This is weird. My water's on the wrong side of me.
See, I'm telling you, it's just
Yeah, it's-
not.
It's not flowing yet, but give it time. It's new, and its change is always. You gotta give it some time.
I don't know if I want to. Usually I'm one of those that like I kind of know right off the bat.
Yeah. Well,
You
and you gotta
know.
move that too. You haven't moved that yet.
No, I know that's today.
Yeah, you said that over the weekend. You said that over the weekend.
I know.
You said Saturday, but then you went and fell and knocked shit on your head, and you know.
I
Mhm.
did. I did not. I
Mhm.
came in and I went behind the counter and I tripped, and the camera that's right in front of me just fell right over on my noggin.
Mm.
I mean, it had time to pick up speed and everything because I was down there, and it went thunk. And I could have been knocked out for a day and I wouldn't know it, you know. And I literally had to check my phone to see what time it was. Was I knocked out?
Oh my god.
I don't know, because that one fell too. It was like a domino effect. But I'm okay, folks. Thanks for all your well wishes. Thanks for your well wishes. I appreciate
So would you not want me on camera anymore? What's
that. Huh?
you didn't want me on camera anymore?
No, you're on camera.
Well, you just put me back in, sort of.
Look, there
Oh
you go,
god, no,
see?
not the profile. No,
There you go.
that's
Look
bad.
at that. Oh, look at that.
That's
Oh,
bad.
there's Kathy.
That's bad.
Look at that. Holy
Ah,
moly.
okay,
There
no,
she is.
Not good. Not good.
What's
all
the
right.
matter? Oh,
The
you know,
table is like eating my sweater.
if that's not attention deficit disorder. I don't know what it is. No,
I
not
don't
good
know
night.
what
Oh,
you're
the
talking about.
table's eating my
It
sweater.
is. It's like it keeps getting hooked, and now you're messing me up. Now I gotta look over here. I can't
No,
do
just
that.
kind of see it's just kind of going.
I know, but no. I don't like
What's
that
your
angle.
problem?
I don't like the angle. I don't like my profile. I don't like the angle.
Look, I got 7 chins. And no neck.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
My daughter named my double chin. She calls it Peggy.
I'm
She'll come over and she'll be like, "Oh, look, Peggy's saying hello." And
I'm
like, "Oh, you
Ed from
little
90 Day
shit."
Fiance. Look at this.
Oh my god, that poor dude. He's got no
Neck.
No, yeah, no. Yeah.
You don't like that?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Jesus.
Nope. Don't like
so
it.
picky.
I know.
You're so picky. See, now you're not there at all. Well, there you are. So you keep fading out. You gotta keep moving. You gotta move this way a little bit. You keep.
Well, because
I can't go off any more than I am.
okay.
See? There you go.
I know, but it's weird. Not.
I know.
I gotta face you. I can't talk to you out the side of my face. Okay.
Rich says the other profile, beautiful. See?
Yeah. Well, he's not gonna say otherwise.
Are you one of those that no matter what somebody says, you're gonna say,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can. This is a work in progress.
There we
That's
go.
a little bit
That's better. Yep.
So.
Stop messing with it.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Ooh, look at look, that's even better. I zoomed out a little more.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I think
sure?
so. I don't know. Maybe
now?
I don't know. I don't know. It could be.
So are you gonna run for first selectman?
You got a better chance at seeing God. No.
Why not?
No. You think I want that? No. No, 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 no. First of all, it's a train wreck. Number 2, what a mess. Number 3, it would be a really big conflict of interest from what I do. It is.
Maybe something to work toward.
Rich says you guys fight. I mean, Laura says you guys fight like siblings. Oh God! You don't even want to know what I said to her when she walked in.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't anything on her. It was just a comment that I probably wouldn't say.
Wouldn't say to a sibling.
No, I would say it to a sibling. I just wouldn't say it to like some average run-of-the-mill female I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to sidebar for a minute.
Okay.
There's I have a friend named Peggy. Which
Mhm,
she's
yep.
in here a lot. She sent Melissa and I a video of because like you get like really really weird stuff from your
TikToks.
brother.
Yeah.
She gets this right here. Look at that.
Is it
It's a-
candles?
Yeah, it's a candle. It's made of butter.
So do you light it or eat it?
You light it and it melts the butter. And then you dip.
That's weird.
No, it's melted butter. You put it in a cup, you set the wick, you put it back in the fridge,
Huh.
right? And you put like little different like edible flowers and
butter
herbs
can-
in there.
Okay.
And then you light it up. Look, see, look. Okay, hold on. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and show
That
you the
is-
video.
That is different.
Look.
Oh.
Look. Look at that candle.
I have to say, so my brother is like, he makes weird stuff all the time.
See?
I could see him doing this. I have to send this TikTok to him.
Just look. I don't think it's a TikTok actually. I think it's a real.
Like a Pinterest or something.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and look. Is it green butter? No. It's just
Butter candle. No, not green.
Peggy,
you
did you
could
say-
make it green butter.
Peggy's here. Peggy, did you actually get this or do this?
That's pretty
Look,
cool.
look, see, look.
Yeah.
And you pour the butter back in. And then when it
Just melted butter. Then you put it back in the fridge.
watch. Then you put the wick in.
It's pretty neat. I mean, it would be cool for like a party or, you know,
And then
something
you
like,
cut the cup.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
My God, it almost looks
I don't
like
know how
custard.
people come up with this stuff. I'm really impressed. Yeah, that's what I'm
And then
saying.
you
It'd be
dip the
good.
bread in.
It's like
Ah!
you know what? That'd be good for I can never pronounce it. I would say charcuterie board, but you
A
know,
bar mitzvah.
well, no, I'm thinking like in the middle of like one of those the charcuterie boards,
Oh,
right? Like that would be cool. Put all the different breads around it and stuff, crackers or whatever. That's pretty cool.
I'm telling you, it's pretty cool.
I like that. I like that idea. I never would have
Just look up butter candle.
Cool. And you could make it green, I guess, if you wanted to.
You could make it any
You can
color you
do
want
whatever-
to. Sure.
I don't think it's really about the color.
It's got to be about color.
It doesn't have to be about color. I think you're missing it.
I am. What color would you want it to be?
No, forget it. Move on.
You've had enough of that one.
Yeah.
It looks delicious.
It does. That does. Yeah.
You can't do that with margarine though.
No, probably
It would be
not.
really gross.
Yeah. No, you'd want something like that. If you're making something like that, it's most likely a special occasion or something. You're going to want to just do the real thing.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
I can believe it's not butter.
Victoria says Kathy knows. God, you guys are a couple of suck ups. I swear to God. What?
Nothing. What else you want to talk about with the elections?
I don't know. I just, I don't want to say it.
What?
I just don't want to say
Why
it.
not?
I don't know. I just, I don't know. Just somebody's got to run.
Yeah. We just don't know who yet. It's still
We
kind
just
of
don't know.
early. I mean, we're in March. We don't elect till November. So I mean, campaigning won't start till there's early election, I think, this year. So I mean, you probably won't hear too much until probably summertime.
I would think I would think that people should start campaigning right
Earlier.
after the borough election.
I'd say earlier than usual. Than
Yes.
what we normally see.
I agree.
But
I agree.
we'll see what happens. I mean, everyone's got to figure out.
I hear there's going to be a Republican that's going to challenge. That's what I've heard.
I've heard people talking about that, but I haven't heard anyone
Oh,
actually
I've heard.
interested in doing that. But we'll see. I don't know.
I've heard. I don't know either.
Time will tell.
Ooh. Okay. Well, moving on. Did you read that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Say it.
She's right.
I mean, that would.
She ain't wrong. I mean, it really, it doesn't matter who it is.
Right. And that would
It's
happen
not-
if it was, no matter who it was. But yeah, you're right. It makes it a little, it definitely makes it harder. If somebody wanted to force a primary, it's going to make it difficult.
Or does that person go ahead and bump down to an independent?
Could do that too. Or cross over altogether.
Or those people?
I mean,
I should say.
we've seen, I mean, that's happened in the past where people have crossed parties, that happens. So it's certainly possible. Yeah, independent, cross party line, whatever.
You ready for this?
Sure.
The athletic field was roped off yesterday. Roll in the trucks. Bring them in. Start the field. Hurry up. Get it done by the weekend so nobody can bitch.
They last week we had our first committee building the new building committee. Oh my gosh. Community multi-purpose field building committee.
You know, I
meeting.
got to tell you, and I know you're the chair of that committee, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
Thank you.
But I will tell you this, and this has got nothing to do with you,
Mhm.
and or really anybody in particular. But I talked to a bunch of people about that meeting, and a lot of people reached out to me about like I know what I'm talking about or anything. And I'm not kidding you. This is not appropriate to say, but I'm gonna say it just because it's the same analogy everybody's been getting or been giving me, and I'm not kidding you. And they had said, "What a shit show! What a shit show!" I personally, I watched the whole thing. I
Mhm.
sat there and I could not believe, just how that was. I don't know. You stood tough, all right? And I know you can't really talk about it, and that's fine. I respect that. But you stood very, very tough, when you were voted in as the chair.
Mhm.
And I think you did, and I've heard, I think you did a great job, as did others. But I'll tell you something. That whole meeting as a whole, what a crap fest.
So
You don't have to comment because if you don't want to, please.
no.
I don't want you to feel comfortable because I know
All
you're the chair.
all I was gonna say was based on the meeting last week. The plan was that they were going to be breaking ground this week, and so I'm happy to see
Right.
that the athletic field was roped off yesterday.
Yep.
I hadn't heard that yet, so that's good news. So everything is moving forward
Mhm.
as planned.
Yep.
Nothing's being held up, and everybody, no matter despite the meeting last week and anyone's opinion on it,
Still going.
the field is moving forward.
Why do we need this
and
committee? Why do we need it?
the kids will have the community will have a field in the fall.
Why do we need the committee then? If it's going to happen, why do we need this committee?
Well,
You don't have to answer it. You do not have to answer.
well, I mean, you
want
can
to-
listen to the meeting from last week. I mean, we discussed why that.
I know. I
new
don't want you
committee
to. I
was
don't want you
needed.
to incriminate yourself or anything.
Well, no,
like
I mean
that.
it's in the meeting. I mean, you can see it. It's discussed there why it's needed.
Discuss
and that was asked.
DISCUSSED or DISGUST.
Okay.
Well, no, which one? I mean, you said they
It was
both sound
dis-
exactly
It
alike.
was discussed during the meeting. They can be watched, but there
There was a lot of
there,
disgust.
yeah, there
That's not
are
what you're
reasons
saying, though.
why the new committee is needed.
There are some very good people on the board, as Scott said.
It'll-
That isn't a question.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a special Board of Ed meeting tonight as well, which I think this may be on that agenda. I think at 5:30. So because right now there's no one from the Board of Ed on the new committee.
Mhm.
Mary Beth Malin is on it, but she's not on it as a representative of the Board
She's
of Ed.
on it as an
it-
at-large,
right.
yeah,
Mhm.
resident, yeah.
Yep. So, so I believe they're going to discuss whether they will be appointing somebody from the Board of Ed to.
Scott says yes, it is. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming
okay.
they will do that too.
Mhm.
And this was kind of like all of a sudden meeting they had to throw together too, to appease this committee, right?
The last week one,
Mrs. Chairman.
the last week meeting.
No, the Board of Education.
Oh, the
meeting
board, right?
tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think they wanted in response to, after last week's meeting, and we realized that this committee wasn't going anywhere, and it was explained why this separate committee was needed, and we realized, okay, yeah, we just have to move forward with this, so we can get this field project moving and done. The Board of Ed decided they wanted to meet to discuss it a little further and make a decision as to whether they want to include, appoint somebody from the Board of Ed onto the new committee.
Has anybody? Did anybody else out there in Chatland watch the special? Well, watch the meeting on the committee and the committee forming over last week. That was streamed live.
And there's another committee meeting this Thursday
Thursday.
at 6.
And there's also a board of selectmen special meeting that night as well.
On Thursday,
I believe so. Yeah.
there's a board of selectmen meeting tonight.
Is it tonight?
There's one tonight rescheduled from last week,
Okay.
and a board of finance meeting tonight, and a borough meeting, special borough meeting tonight. There's a lot of meetings tonight.
I thought it was Thursday, but no. I mean,
There's nothing on the
probably-
calendar for Thursday right now. I'm not even sure the committee meeting's been added yet. But I
Is this
believe
a bad time to mention all the board and commission vacancies that are available?
there's across the board. No pun intended. There's if anyone's interested in getting involved, it's a lot of fun. Keeps
Yeah.
things interesting, that's for sure. You'll never be bored. But yeah, if you want to get involved, by all means, you can go to the website and look at which boards and commissions and things like that have vacancies. And all you have to do is send in a letter, usually to the first selectman, and then you're added to their next agenda.
I'm trying to let's see what are we here. The only thing that I'm showing on tonight is board of selectmen.
Yeah. So, well, it says Board of Finance tonight, right? Or Board
I thought so, but if you look at the calendar, it doesn't.
on
see?
the 23rd. Oh yeah,
Ow!
Board of Selectmen.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
it doesn't say anything else in the calendar, but
yeah, I know.
But I think if you go to the main page, it shows it,
I don't know.
but it doesn't show the
So there's a special Board of Education meeting at 5:30, Board of Selectmen at 6. It's my understanding that there's a Board of Finance at 7, and then there's also a special Borough of Jewett City.
Now,
at
see, you go
7.
to the main page of the website. See, now this is where it gets stupid.
Oh, it said March 21st,
Yeah, it says March 21st. So,
which is tonight.
right.
Okay. Yep.
But no other meeting is on the front page.
Right. Even
Like,
though
there
but
should be
Board of
the
Selectmen,
Board of Selectmen special meeting should be there as well.
I don't think it's a special meeting. It's
It-
just a regular meeting. It was rescheduled from last week. They canceled it due to the weather. Remember that big nasty storm that we never got? They rescheduled it.
But I think it's now classified as a special meeting.
Oh, okay.
Let me look.
It's possible. I didn't look at the agenda.
Let's see. Special meeting 3/21/23.
Okay. Maybe they had to because it was rescheduled.
And you can only comment on agenda items.
Of course. Yep. Yeah. Typical. If you want something added to the agenda, you got to let the selectmen know, and they'll add it to the agenda. What are you looking at me for?
Okay. So let's cancel the regular meeting and move it 2 days after and call it a special meeting and not let people comment.
It's a week after. It was supposed to be last
I don't
Tuesday.
care. It's stupid.
I didn't even look what's on the agenda. I didn't even
Comments
look
must
at
be limited to only items on this agenda.
it. Okay.
Why?
And what are they? Anything good?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there are good things, but
Anything interesting?
let's see. On the agenda tonight, discussion on possible action of 7 tax refunds.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty standard.
Discussion and action on opioid settlement payment and usage of funds is requested by Miranda Mahoney from Griswold Pride.
Okay.
Discussion and possible action on request of housing authority to waive town fees on something or other. Discussion and possible action on reappointment of Donald Walsh as a member of the Griswold Housing Authority. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's a long term. That's a 5-year term.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Discussion and possible action on request by Ed Burdick and Tita Falk on the 2023 spring cleanup event, which we do every year.
Mhm. That's April 22nd, I believe.
Discussion and possible action on updates from members on boards and commissions. Discussions and possible action on department head monthly reports. Discussion on updates on new senior center funding. And discussion and possible action on nip and tar money. Go to Veterans Memorial Park and look. We counted over 50 nip bottles in that parking lot.
I believe it.
It's gross.
Yeah. So, I mean, that to me, that looks
So where's
like
that nip money going?
it was supposed to be going toward a street sweeper. I don't know what the
It should
status
go-
of it is.
It should go for bond money for people that dump this stuff all over the place. And
So
I just, that pisses me off, that stuff. You
I
know,
know.
when they're that lazy
mhm.
and drunk that they got to take the nip bottle and throw
And
it on
just
the
chuck
ground.
it. I know. And there's garbage cans down there. But that looks like a regular agenda to me. I'm wondering if it's considered special just because they had to reschedule it. I don't know. But that looks like a pretty standard agenda for our first selectman or for our board of selectmen meeting. But
Oh, you playing it safe.
no, it is. That's not, there's nothing special on there. I mean, that looks like a pretty standard agenda.
I don't see anything about the field, especially when
I don't know if what would they discuss about the field?
I don't know. Maybe there should be public.
People can
Public
come.
comment.
They could come to the meeting on Thursday. There's public comment for the committee meeting on Thursday.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad in
Can't
general.
tell.
I know. I just.
Mad about what?
I don't even know where to start. I mean, economic development.
Yep.
All right. We do want stuff. We don't want stuff. We want our taxes to get lower. We don't want our taxes to get lower because we don't, it's like do what you say, not what you do.
Yeah, they want their taxes lower, but they don't want anything in their backyard.
That's right. It's like,
Mhm.
hello, my name is NIMBY.
Yeah, it
Not
doesn't.
in my backyard.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
I know it doesn't work that way. And here's one thing I don't understand with the whole data center thing.
Yep.
The data centers, when they first started talking, now I heard the reason why it kind of came off the books or off the table was because JCDPU, and this is what I heard, this is not from JCDPU, that they couldn't handle or they wouldn't be able to supply the amount of electricity that the data center was going to consume.
That's possible.
If that was the case, wouldn't that have been off the table 3 or 4 years ago? Wouldn't Ken Sullivan from JCDPU have made statements saying we can't do it?
Well, that, or unless they were going to try to purchase more power in order to, maybe they were
Through
working on a
CMAQ, right?
plan. Yeah, maybe they were working on a plan to provide the power that was needed. I don't know.
Okay,
what
so
the discussions were.
and that makes sense, right? There's a will, there's a way. But
Yep.
the reason I'm getting is because they couldn't supply the power.
Maybe that's true. I don't know.
Maybe it's not.
Yep. I mean, they're going to Millstone.
Huh?
They're going to Millstone. So I mean,
Waterford?
plenty of power there. So I don't know. I have no idea what the discussions were about the.
All I'm
data
saying is that
centers.
it between that and the infrastructure on 164 not happening.
Well, that is happening.
I know, but it should have happened
Oh,
a
yes,
long
I
time
agree.
ago.
I agree that referendum happened several years ago.
So we sabotaged ourselves.
Yeah. Yep. So now there's
We stuck a dagger in our own heart.
yeah. So there's a grant, I believe that's out there right now, requested for the water tower to support the infrastructure over there. The infrastructure is last I knew, I think July is when they're looking to break ground for that. But it's happening. I mean, was it sewer? There was a meeting with the GWPCA or whatever, where it was passed. So, and that was maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. I don't remember, but so it is moving forward, but it's certainly at a glacial pace from what it seems like to me, but I don't know why.
Should have been done a long time ago.
I agree.
And we could be at a totally different stage than where we're at.
Yep. Still moving forward, but I don't know. And I haven't heard anything about Heritage River, that grant that was put in January 6th. Not a grant. Well, yeah, it's a grant, but there's like 3 review steps, and we should be hearing or have heard whether it passed the first round of reviews. I don't know if that's happened yet.
Good morning, Court. How are you? I've already announced, by the way.
Facebook user.
Yeah, Facebook user. Sometimes bills with good intentions create the opposite. The NIP legislation provides money to towns for cleanup, but actually encourages littering. Put deposits on them so people are encouraged to clean them up.
I agree. I don't know why they didn't do that from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why deposits are on a lot of the other things. Why not just add it to the NIPS? Yeah.
Tim Hirschberg has said this before. Abolishing the Jewett City Police Department is a perfect example.
Perfect example of
of what?
Of how we're shooting ourselves in the foot, or like, what do you mean?
I don't know. Tim would have to comment
So-
further on that.
Yeah, and I wasn't involved in the town when all of that happened, so I don't know all the particulars, but
Massachusetts is trying to pass a bill to ban nip bottles.
oh,
And you know what? And I
I don't
said
think
that
that's going to happen. But
I know, but I said that to Melissa as we were walking the dogs. I said, why don't they just ban these things?
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, I know. I think they should just put the deposit on it. 5-10 cent deposit.
$1.
Yeah. Yeah, shooting yourselves on the foot. Yeah.
I think they should put a deposit on them too. Have the kids go out with little picker things.
Oh my God,
so you don't
Nick
have to touch them.
Nick would have
Nick
a
would make
field day.
Make $1 million. My God, you know how many kids would be out there cleaning that up if
Yeah.
there was money available?
Hell
'Cause
yeah.
you know, Freddie, the town.
Nick would be following him around. He'd be in his car just following people around. waiting
Nick,
for him to
here is
throw-
a nickel. Ha, 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 ha. Making you rich, making you famous. I'm Freddie the drunk. I'm gonna sleep right here.
He would totally do that
in
too.
the gazebo.
Mhm.
Oh.
The snowflakes are still up at the gazebo, I noticed.
Speaking of snowflakes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it is spring.
now it is, yeah. As of what, yesterday, right?
Yes, and it's supposed to be like 60 today too. So.
Oh, good. Good.
Nice, huh?
Yeah. It's that time of year Rich will start complaining that it's too hot out.
Rich said, send the kids out for community service.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's a good dream.
I know.
But then you have like Ed Burdick, who always is very helpful when it comes to the cleanup. He does it every year.
Yep.
And Tina as well.
Yeah, Tina kind of facilitates a lot of the planning and everything for it.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, I have to email her. But yeah, it's the cleanup this year is April 22nd, but that doesn't mean you have to wait till the 22nd to do cleanup. I mean, I clean up around our area every now and then. If I go for a walk, for whatever reason, we're kind of on like a dead end.
Mhm.
And people that are driving through, there's just like this small little wooded area on the corner, and they like to huck stuff out the window all the time, and it drives me insane. I told Rich I was thinking about putting like a basketball hoop up there with like a
Yeah.
garbage can underneath it, and at least try to like aim for the hoop, to try to get it into the garbage can. But there's so much junk over there, and I'm going over there and cleaning it up, and it drives me crazy.
So let's end the show on a positive note. We've been talking about elections and how, what's going to be happening with them or
Mhm.
possibly happening, who's going to run, who's not going to run.
Yep.
So here's something very positive. Little League
Yeah.
practice starts today.
Nice.
Very nice. Very
And on a
nice.
perfect spring day too.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw a post the other day that they were cleaning up the fields, and
Good.
they were looking for some help. I hope they got it. But yeah, it's warm weather is coming when you see Little League and softball practice
Yeah.
starting.
High school ball, they've been practicing since last week.
Mhm.
Their first game is April 3rd. And actually, that's one of the games we will be carrying right here on SNSN. So just for, April 3rd against Wheeler. That's going to be our first game. And then Montville, Plainfield, Killingly, Stonington, St. Bernard. Be carrying all those games, baseball right here on SNSN. And we'll be doing some softball games as well. So
That's cool.
that's positive stuff.
Yep.
I think.
Warm weather's coming. Although we
Yeah.
can't really complain too much. We had a pretty mild winter.
How about the Yukon Lady Huskies? Last night, they defeated Baylor to move on
Mm-hmm.
to the Elite Eight. The men Yukon Huskies going to the Sweet 16. They play this weekend. So, I mean, there's amongst all of the anarchy that's going on. There's some pretty positive stuff.
Oh
So,
yeah, there's always positive things going on.
yeah.
You just got to focus on that stuff and not the negative stuff.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish, Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I have this feeling that you want to just kick me underneath this table. Because I've kind of put you on the spot a couple of
I'll
times
refrain.
today.
It's okay.
You're like, we'll get out of here. We'll be walking. She goes, you son of a bitch.
Nah, I can handle it.
So
It's all good.
All right. Rich, are you coming in Thursday? Is he coming in? Well, actually, you know, I'll test you.
look.
He don't know.
I can check our combined calendar. See what's going. I mean, who knows?
Melissa,
if
did you hear
he's-
that? Combined calendar.
Let's see if he's nope, he has a meeting at 9 to 11. He has a meeting.
Oh, you need
Thursday
to cancel
morning.
that. You need to cancel that.
Yeah. So it looks like he will not be coming in
All
on
right.
Thursday morning.
Paul Happy Lash will be here tomorrow. Maybe we can.
He should be happy. It won't be Monday.
Yeah. Melissa goes, I heard it.
It's all color coded and everything.
Yeah. God. All right. Have a good day, everyone. We will see you tomorrow with Happy Lash right here on. Yeah, see, this is another reason why this ain't working.
Yeah. Well, you got to move that. You're supposed to move it Saturday before you knock yourself in the noggin.
Goodbye.